Good afternoon, students. Hope you all are well. In yesterday's class, we have studied about various continents and oceans. So now, today, we are going to learn about a movement of Earth. So, chapter number 4, Movements of the Earth. Let's start with the chapter. In ancient days, people believed that the earth has stationary and all other heavenly bodies, including the sun, moved around it. Now we know that this is not true. The earth and other planets, their satellites, and other heavenly bodies in the solar system move around the sun. It was Nicholas Copernicus, a Polish astronomer, who first started that Earth has two types of motions. It revolves around the sun while revolving it also rotates on its imaginary axis. So there was an astronaut with the name Nicholas Copernicus who invented that Earth has two types of motion. Earth's rotation. The Earth turns or spins around its imaginary axis, much like a top. This movement of Earth is called the Earth's rotation. The Earth takes 24 hours to make one complete rotation about its axis. This period is known as a day. So we can say that the day is nothing but the rotation of the earth along its axis. In the given picture, we can see the rotating of the axis in the globe. In the same way, the earth also rotates as the globe rotates on its axis. The earth rotates on its axis from west to east. Due to this, the sun appears to us as rising in the east and setting in the west. Formation of day and night. So we can see the formation of days. Next is formation of days and nights. How day and night occurs. The formation of days and nights take place due to the rotation of the earth. When the earth rotates, the day and night occurs. The earth, as we know, is spherical in shape. Only half of the earth faces the sun at any given time and gets sunlight. This half has day on it. The other half, that is away from the sun, gets no sunlight. So the place in this part are in darkness and we call it night. Since the earth is constantly rotating, the part of earth that is now facing the sun slowly turns away from it, causing the night to appear. The opposite half now turns to face the sun, gets sunlight and experience day. The cycle of days and nights keep repeating every day, year after year. So basically, the day and night occurs when the as we know that the earth is spherical in shape. So when the particular area of the earth faces the sun, it forms day, while on the other hand, the dark part of the earth suffers the night. Have you ever seen the sunrise in the morning or sunset in the evening? Sunrise is the time when our Have you ever seen the sunrise in the morning or sunset in the evening? Sunrise is the time when our part of the earth is starting to face the sun, which turns darkness to light. Sunset occurs when our part of the earth is rotating away from the sun, which is when light turns to darkness. Next is revolution. Earth revolution. While rotating about its axis, the earth also moves around the sun in nearly a circular orbit. This motion of the earth around the sun is called a revolution. The earth takes about 365 days to complete one revolution around the sun. This period is known as a year. The earth has revolved in a counterclockwise direction as viewed from above the North Pole. So we know that 1 year takes 365 days to cover. Or in other words, we can say earth takes total 365 days to complete one revolution of sun, and as a result of which we the human made it a year. Formation of seasons. If you look at the axis of the earth, you will notice that it is not straight but slightly tilted. The tilted axis ensures that as the earth revolves around the sun, its different parts get different amount of direct sun rays throughout the year. This causes 4 different seasons on earth, that is summer, autumn, winter and spring. The following figures shows the revolution of the earth around the sun that leads to the change of seasons. When the earth is at position 2, as you can see in the figure, the north pole is tilted towards the sun. In the figure, the northern hemisphere gets more direct sun rays. You can see in the figure, the days become longer and the nights become shorter, and this causes summer in the northern hemisphere. As the south pole is tilted away from the sun, the southern hemisphere gets less direct sun rays and therefore it has winter. When the earth is up in position 4 in the given figure, the south pole is tilted towards the sun and the north pole is tilted away from it. As you can see in the figure, the southern hemisphere gets more direct sun rays, so the days here becomes longer than nights, causing summer in the southern hemisphere. The northern hemisphere gets less direct sun rays and therefore has winters. So when the earth is at position 1 and 3, the rays of the sun directly fall on the equator. So the days and nights are almost the same length. The equator means, as we studied earlier, equator is the imaginary line which divides the earth hemisphere into 2 equal parts. It is neither too hot or not too cold throughout the world. When see the position 1 and 3, the northern hemisphere has spring in position 1 and autumn in position 3. The southern hemisphere has autumn in position 1 and spring when earth is at position 3. So we can see as a result in the given figure, the various seasons or various climate occurs due to different position of the earth with respect to the sun. Here you can see the 3D image of the sun and other planets and also the earth as well, their position with respect to the sun. So revolution takes place when earth travels on this imaginary line. This circular line which passing through the earth is the imaginary line of axis on which earth revolves. And when the earth complete one circle of the sun, it is known as 1 year, which takes 365 days to cover one revolution. And when the earth rotates on its axis, it's known as rotation, and as a result of which one day takes completes